Think and grow rich.
Have you ever felt like life is pulling you in every direction and you have no control? Like no matter how hard you try, you are carrying a weight that was never yours to lift? Imagine what would happen if you could let go of all that pressure and finally reclaim your energy. Imagine discovering the secret power that lies not in changing the world, but in mastering yourself. Today, you will take the first step. Part 1. Mastering the only kingdom that is truly yours. You wake up each morning with a mind already crowded with battles that are not yours to fight. Before the sun rises, your thoughts race with memories you cannot change, opinions you cannot control, and futures you cannot predict. You try to hold it all together, but the harder you push, the more exhausted you feel. This is the struggle of a mind at war with things it cannot command. You may believe that if you worry enough, plan enough, or try harder, you will gain control. Yet every worry steals time, energy, and focus. Every attempt to control the uncontrollable drains the strength you need for what truly matters. The truth is the world is chaotic, unpredictable, and indifferent. You cannot force outcomes or bend circumstances to your will. But you can master what has always belonged to you, your inner world. Your attitude, your thoughts, your responses, your discipline. These are the domains you can rule with certainty. The first step in gaining this power is asking yourself one simple question. Is this in my hands? If the answer is no, let it go. Every time you hold on to something outside your control, you give your peace away. Every reaction you have to someone else's actions or words hands over your energy to forces that do not care for your life, your goals, or your growth. When you begin to withdraw your energy from what you cannot command, you create space for what you can influence. You can choose your effort, your attitude, and your next step. You can shape your character, sharpen your thinking, and cultivate discipline. Everything else is temporary, borrowed, and fleeting. Imagine your mind as a kingdom. Outside events are the storms that rage on its borders. You cannot stop them. You cannot silence them. But you can choose not to let them invade your inner city. You can build walls of calm, towers of clarity, and strong gates of focus. Every act of letting go strengthens your control over your kingdom. This does not mean you become cold or indifferent. It does not mean you ignore responsibility or stop caring. True mastery is different. It is the understanding that your strength is finite and precious, and it must be directed where it matters most. Your energy is your capital. Spend it wisely. Invest it in what grows you, not in what drains you. Consider your emotions. Every day, feelings rise like waves: anger, fear, excitement, envy. They arrive uninvited and can control your choices if you let them. At first, you may not notice their grip. You may tell yourself, I cannot help how I feel. But feelings are visitors, not rulers. You can observe them, learn from them, and decide whether to act on them. Unchecked emotions can destroy opportunities, relationships, and peace of mind. Anger can push people away. Fear can stop progress. Envy can poison joy. Every time you act without awareness, you give away a part of your power. But when you pause, reflect, and choose your response, you reclaim it. The ability to master your mind and emotions is the first great secret of success. Napoleon Hill called this the habit of self-discipline, the foundation for every achievement. Every great person you admire understood one thing: they could not control the world, but they could control themselves. They focused on their thoughts, their decisions, their actions, and they refused to give away their energy to distractions, critics, or misfortune. Start small. Notice when your mind is racing with what you cannot change. Breathe. Ask yourself, is this in my hands? Let it go if it is not. Watch your emotions like a curious observer, not a helpless servant. With every practice, you build mental strength. You become grounded, focused, and deliberate. You stop being a victim of circumstance and start being the author of your own story. This is not a one-time act. It is a daily practice, a commitment to reclaim your energy and focus on what truly matters. When you dedicate yourself to this path, you discover a freedom you have never known. The storms may still rage outside, but inside, there is calm. The chaos of others' opinions no longer disrupts your peace. You are in control of your kingdom, and nothing else can touch it. Letting go of what is beyond your power is not surrender. It is clarity. It is wisdom. It is strength. Every day you practice this, you build an unshakable foundation for your life. You are free from the burden of things you were never meant to carry. You are finally able to invest your energy where it counts. Your journey begins with one decision: to take ownership of your mind, your heart, and your choices. This is the first step to mastering the only kingdom that is truly yours. The world will not wait, and the storms will not pause. But your life, your purpose, and your peace are in your hands. Claim them today. This is part 1 of a 6-part motivational series. It focuses on self-mastery, letting go of the uncontrollable, and reclaiming energy, written in simple, engaging English for an American audience. Engaging hook. Have you ever noticed how other people's moods, complaints, and chaos seep into your life? How their anger, fear, or drama seem to control your day? Imagine what would happen if you could step back and refuse to let their storms invade your inner peace. Imagine claiming the throne of your mind and ruling it like a true master. Today, you will learn how. Part 2, Mastering Your Emotional Kingdom and Protecting Your Peace Every Day. Emotions rise within you like waves. Anger flares, fear creeps in, envy whispers, excitement surges. These feelings arrive uninvited, and for most people, they take control. You may have noticed it before. Someone's careless comment sparks your temper. A stranger's approval gives you a fleeting joy. Disappointment darkens your day for hours. At first, you think, I just feel this way, I cannot help it. But what if you could? Your emotions are visitors, not rulers. You are not helpless. You can decide who governs your mind. The difference between the weak and the strong is not the absence of feeling, but the presence of discipline. The strongest people are not those who never feel anger, but those who feel it fully and do not let it control their actions. They understand that emotions are part of life, but they are never the whole story. Every surge of feeling is an opportunity. You can notice it, acknowledge it, and then decide. Do not let it dictate your next word, your next action, or your next regret. Begin by pausing. When anger rises, stop and feel it. When fear creeps in, notice it. When joy surprises you, savor it but do not cling. Ask yourself, what triggered this? Is it true, or is it just a reflex? Does this feeling deserve power over what I do next? Most emotions lose their strength if you allow them to breathe without feeding them. Give yourself space between feeling and action. That space is freedom. In that space you choose. You decide what words to speak, what steps to take, and how to respond. The more you practice this pause, the stronger your self-mastery becomes. You build a fortress around your mind brick by brick. This is not easy. You will stumble 100 times. You will react before you pause. You will give your energy away without thinking. Yet every moment of awareness is progress. Over time, you notice a shift. You no longer drift helplessly on the tide of emotion. You become steady, unshakable, and capable of facing storms with calm composure. Anger may come, but it finds no permanent home. Fear may visit, but it cannot rearrange your life. Even joy, when it arrives, is appreciated fully, but it is not clutched tightly. You are no longer a puppet of circumstance. You are the ruler of your emotional kingdom. You are free from the tyranny of reaction. You are not your anger, your fear, your envy, or your sadness. You are the one who witnesses them, weighs them, and decides their place in your day. This is your true power. It is the beginning of real freedom. The world will always try to provoke you. Circumstances will challenge you. People will disappoint you. Surprises will appear when you least expect them. But when you refuse to surrender the throne of your mind, nothing outside can control you. And there is another truth to understand. Much of the chaos you experience is not even yours. Everywhere you turn, the world tries to pull you into battles that were never yours to fight. People vent their frustrations. They broadcast their anxieties. They invite you into storms that do not belong to you. You absorb their anger, their panic, their tension, and slowly, you start to carry a weight that was never meant for you. You lose sleep over someone else's problem, worry over someone else's failures, and feel responsibility for someone else's happiness. Ask yourself this: how much of this weight was ever yours? You were not built to carry the burdens of the world. You were not meant to solve every problem, calm every storm, or fix every mistake. Boundaries are not selfish. They are survival. They are essential to preserving your energy, your focus, and your life. To endure, you must learn the art of separation between what belongs to you and what belongs to others. You can offer support, guidance, and kindness, but you cannot internalize every frustration, every criticism, or every demand that comes your way. Why allow other people's chaos to write the story of your day? Why allow unresolved fears, complaints, and drama to invade the peace you work so hard to build? The answer is simple. Hold the line. Visualize yourself as a mountain, solid and unmoved, while clouds drift past, rain falls, and storms rage outside. You observe but you do not dissolve. When others try to drag you into their cycles of complaint, negativity, or fear, acknowledge them without joining them. Listen, show empathy, offer wisdom, but do not carry their burdens. This is not indifference. It is wisdom. It is the discipline of protecting your inner climate while storms rage in the world outside. Begin with awareness. Notice when you start to tense up in the presence of someone else's frustration. Recognize when your mood darkens after absorbing their anger or complaint. Catch yourself before their problems become your own. Say to yourself, "This is not my storm. I am not responsible for solving it. I can support without surrendering. I can care without carrying." Set gentle but firm boundaries. Learn to say no without guilt. Step away when needed. Protect your energy as fiercely as you protect your time. You do not owe anyone your constant involvement. You do not need to explain your peace to the world. You are not abandoning others by protecting yourself. You are preserving the very foundation of your life. Every act of separation strengthens your independence. Every pause, every breath, every refusal to absorb what is not yours builds resilience. You are learning the art of self-mastery. You are learning to invest your energy in what matters, your growth, your purpose, and your own peace. The world will continue to spin, people will continue to complain, and chaos will continue to rage. But when you refuse to take it inside, you become free. This is the true power of discipline. It is not about controlling the world. It is about controlling yourself. It is not about avoiding emotion. It is about refusing to be ruled by it. It is not about abandoning others. It is about knowing which battles to fight and which storms to let pass. When you practice this every day, when you guard your inner world against unnecessary chaos, you discover a calm strength you never knew existed. You are no longer a hostage of circumstance or the moods of others. You are the architect of your own life. You are the ruler of your kingdom, the master of your emotions, and the protector of your peace. Your freedom begins when you claim this authority. Do not wait. Do not surrender to the weight of other people's storms. Today, take a step back. Pause. Breathe. Acknowledge, but do not absorb. Protect the throne of your mind. Guard it with discipline. Rule it with wisdom. And in that rule, discover the power and peace you have always sought. This is part 2 of your motivational series, focused on emotional mastery and protecting your peace from external chaos. I can continue part 3, which would focus on discipline, focus, and using your energy for what truly matters, keeping the same easy, Napoleon Hill inspired style. Do you want me to start part 3 now? Engaging hook. Have you ever felt like your days are slipping away, lost to regrets, worries, or distractions that never mattered? Imagine taking control of every hour, every choice, every thought, so that your life is truly yours. Imagine mastering time, the one resource you can never get back. Today, you will learn how to do it. Part 3, Time, Focus, and the Power of Presence. Every person carries invisible chains forged from regrets, mistakes, and memories of the past. You may replay conversations, relive failures, or wonder what might have been if you had acted differently. These thoughts weigh on your mind, pulling your attention away from the present moment. You tell yourself, "If I remember this, I will never repeat it." But the truth is, every second spent in sorrow or regret is a moment stolen from your life now. The past cannot be changed. No amount of guilt, longing, or apology will rewrite yesterday. The sun does not apologize for storms that passed. It rises again. You too must rise free from the weight of yesterday. Forgive yourself for what you did not know then, for every mistake you made as a human being. Speak to yourself with the kindness you would offer a friend. Say, "That was me then. I am not bound to repeat it." Every regret carries a lesson. Learn it, then release it. Hold on to wisdom, not chains. This act of letting go opens your hands to the present, to opportunities that are happening now. Your mind grows lighter, your heart steadier, and your life richer. Freedom begins when you stop dragging the past into the moments you could be living fully. The same is true of the future. Your mind is constantly reaching ahead, worrying over what-ifs and imagining disasters that may never arrive. You believe that forecasting every possibility is strength, that by anticipating misfortune you can protect yourself. Yet most often, this fear drains your courage, your energy, and your peace, leaving you tired before the day even begins. The future is uncertain. It always has been and always will be. Plans may fail, people may disappoint, circumstances may change. You cannot control it. To spend your life trying to command tomorrow is to abandon the present. Each hour lost to anxiety is an opportunity missed, a gift unappreciated. The person who lives for the mirage of tomorrow loses the substance of today. So how do you break free from this endless rehearsal of what might be? Discipline. A conscious choice to bring your focus back from the distant horizon and plant it firmly in the present. When anxiety tugs your mind into the future, pause, breathe, and remind yourself, this moment is mine. The future is not. Begin with small actions. Take the next step, however modest. Each action in the present strengthens your ability to meet tomorrow without fear. This is the paradox of power over time. The less you chase control over the future, the more secure you feel in the present. The less you fixate on what could go wrong, the more strength you gather to handle what actually does. Life rewards those who act in the now. Preparation is important, worry is not. Plans are useful, panic is destructive. Trust your preparation, act with purpose, and let the rest unfold. Your life is measured by the moments you spend fully alive. Every morning brings a finite balance of hours and minutes. Once gone, they cannot return. Yet people squander this currency carelessly, trading precious moments for idle arguments, empty distractions, and approval from others. The truth is, time is not taken from you. It is surrendered by your choices. Every hour given to triviality, fear, or someone else's chaos is an hour you can never reclaim. You may have spent years believing there will always be more time, that tomorrow will give you another chance. But the reality is simple and unyielding. Time is the one thing no one can extend. You cannot pause it, rewind it, or borrow more. What you do with each day shapes your entire life. Every small choice matters. Begin today by becoming vigilant with your time. Every morning ask yourself, where will my energy go? Who deserves my attention? What actions will move me closer to my goals? Do not allow other people's priorities to become your own. Protect your calendar as you would a treasure, because it is. Each hour you guard is a brick in the foundation of your future. Learning to focus also means saying no. It is impossible to do everything. Every time you accept a distraction, you subtract from what truly matters. Discipline is not a punishment. It is a tool to direct your life toward what is meaningful. The person who masters focus uses it like a lens, concentrating energy where it has the greatest effect. The unfocused mind is like water poured into sand, spread too thin to create impact. Another secret of mastering time is presence. When you engage with the now, fully and consciously, life becomes richer. You notice the quiet beauty around you, the small victories, the subtle lessons. You become aware of the choices you make instead of moving on autopilot. The present is the only place where change is possible, where action can be taken, where life truly happens. Stop measuring success by what is distant or imagined. Stop letting fear of the unknown control your energy. Anchor yourself in the now. Work on what you can do. Invest in what you can grow. Let the past teach you, but not define you. Let the future inspire you, but not enslave you. Every moment reclaimed from worry is a moment you can use to strengthen yourself. Discipline your mind to return again and again to this principle. Each day, practice awareness. Notice when your thoughts drift, when anxiety takes hold, when you trade hours for meaningless concerns. Pause. Breathe. Redirect. This is the path to mastery. The person who masters time is not the one who predicts the future perfectly. It is the one who uses the present with full attention and intention. It is the one who protects their energy from unnecessary burdens, who refuses to carry regrets, fears, or distractions that do not belong to them. When you do this, you gain something even more valuable than time: freedom. Freedom from regret, freedom from worry, and freedom from the tyranny of others' expectations. Freedom to choose your actions, your thoughts, your words. Freedom to build the life you want, step by step, hour by hour, day by day. Stand firm in this practice. Let yesterday teach, let tomorrow wait, and let today be fully yours. Each choice to act with focus, to engage with presence, and to guard your time strengthens your life immeasurably. Life is fleeting, but mastery over your own hours is forever. The sun rises again, as it always does. So too can you rise in each moment, aware, deliberate, and alive. Meet today fully. Build your future silently through the actions of the present. Do not chase mirages. Stand in what is real. Stand in your time. This is part 3 of your series, focusing on time, presence, focus, and letting go of past and future distractions, written in the same Napoleon Hill-inspired motivational style for an American audience. I can continue with part 4, which will focus on letting go of past regrets, forgiveness, and stepping into freedom. Do you want me to proceed with part 4 now? Engaging hook. Have you ever felt trapped by your own past, as if every mistake, every regret, every word you wish you could take back still held power over you? Imagine stepping out of that prison, freeing your mind, and carrying only the lessons that truly matter. Today, you will discover how to release the past and reclaim your life. Part 4. Letting go of the past. Every one of us carries invisible baggage from yesterday. Every mistake we made, every harsh word spoken, every opportunity missed leaves a mark on our mind. You replay these moments, thinking that if you relive them enough, you might somehow fix them. You carry a quiet burden, one no one else can see, but it weighs heavily on your heart. Sometimes you bargain with your memories, as if suffering now will undo what was done. You tell yourself that by holding on, you are protecting yourself from repeating your errors. But in truth, the chains only grow stronger. The past is gone. You cannot rewrite it. No amount of regret, guilt, or sorrow can change what has already happened. The first step to freedom is acceptance. Accept that the past cannot be changed. Accept that you are human and, as such, imperfect. Accept that every mistake, every failure, every heartbreak is a lesson waiting to be learned, not a prison to be endured. Your past is a teacher, not a jailer. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Not what can I punish myself for, not how can I relive the pain, but what message lies in this experience. Perhaps it taught you patience, or humility, or the need to trust yourself more. Extract the lesson and release the rest. Forgiveness is essential in this process. Forgive those who wronged you. Forgive those who let you down. But most importantly, forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for not knowing what you could not know. Forgive yourself for acting with the knowledge you had at the time. Speak to yourself with the kindness you would offer a dear friend. Say, that was me then. I am not bound to repeat it. Carrying regret is a form of self-imposed slavery. You relive events that no longer exist and allow them to dictate your present. Every moment spent in sorrow over yesterday is a moment stolen from today. You may believe you are learning, but most often, regret only teaches fear. Fear of trying again, fear of failing, fear of being hurt. It keeps you small and cautious when the world calls for courage. True power comes from letting go. Letting go does not mean forgetting. It does not mean denying what happened. It means acknowledging the past, taking its lesson, and refusing to carry the burden into the present. Every time you do this, you strengthen your mind, you free your heart, and you reclaim the energy wasted on yesterday's shadows. Imagine the past as a heavy stone in your backpack. You carry it everywhere, thinking it protects you. Every step is harder, every path more difficult. Now imagine setting it down. You feel lighter. You move faster. You notice the beauty around you. You take risks. You speak freely. You live fully. This is what happens when you release the chains of the past. You may fear letting go. Perhaps you think the past defines you, that your mistakes are part of who you are. They are not. Your mistakes are simply experiences. You are the one who survives, who grows, who learns from them. You are the one who chooses differently now that you know more. Start small. Take one regret and face it honestly. Ask what lesson it carries. Then consciously release it. Repeat with another. Every act of forgiveness and release weakens the chains until one day, you notice they are gone. You are not your past. You are the person who moves forward, armed with wisdom, unburdened by pain. Do not wait for perfect conditions to begin. Begin now. The past will not wait for your readiness, and tomorrow is never guaranteed. Each day you cling to what is gone is a day wasted. Choose to step forward today. Part of letting go also involves changing your narrative. Instead of telling yourself, I am defined by what I did, tell yourself, I am defined by what I choose now. Instead of reliving pain, focus on action. Instead of dwelling on mistakes, focus on opportunities. Instead of mourning what cannot be changed, celebrate what can be built. Every step you take toward the present builds strength and courage. Each moment you refuse to let yesterday dictate your mood or decisions grows your confidence and your clarity. You become someone who is present in life, rather than trapped in memory. Remember, your energy is limited. Every second spent chained to the past is energy stolen from your present. Protect your energy as fiercely as you protect your life. Guard your thoughts. Choose where you focus. Let the past be your teacher, not your jailer. The sun rises every day without apology for storms that passed. You can rise too, free from yesterday. You can begin again, every day, every moment, armed with the lessons but unburdened by regret. Life does not ask for perfection, it asks for presence, courage, and action. Release the weight of the past, and your hands become free to build, to love, to grow, and to create. Your mind becomes lighter, your heart steadier, and your spirit stronger. The future opens, wide and inviting, to those who refuse to drag chains behind them. Stand firm in this truth. The past is finished, but your life is happening now. You cannot change what was, but you can choose what is, what will be, and what you will carry forward. Let yesterday teach, but do not let it control. Let it guide, but do not let it bind. Freedom lies not in escaping memory, but in mastering it. Wisdom comes not from regret, but from lessons learned and applied. Power is not in reliving what is gone, but in shaping what is now. Every step you take free from the past is a step toward the life you were meant to live. Let the past go. Step forward with courage, with clarity, and with faith in your own strength. The chains have no hold on you anymore. The future is yours to meet, unburdened, unafraid, and ready. This is part 4, focusing on forgiveness, release from past regrets, and stepping fully into the present, written in the motivational story style inspired by Napoleon Hill. I can now create part 5, which will focus on letting go of worry about the future and learning to meet uncertainty with calm and confidence. Do you want me to proceed with part 5 now? Engaging hook. Have you ever felt like the future is a storm you cannot escape, constantly pulling your mind into worry, doubt, and fear? Imagine if you could stop chasing what-ifs, stop rehearsing disasters that may never come, and find true power in the present. Today, you will learn how to face tomorrow without fear. Part 5. The mirage of tomorrow. Every day, countless minds are trapped in the illusion of tomorrow. People wake, move, and breathe as if the future were already here. Their thoughts race ahead, imagining every possible outcome, every possible mistake, every possible disappointment. They replay conversations that never happened, predict problems that may never arrive, and spend hours rehearsing disasters that exist only in the mind. You may believe that this worry is preparation, that by imagining the worst you protect yourself from it. Yet the reality is harsh. Living for the mirage of tomorrow steals your power, drains your courage, and robs you of the peace you could claim today. While your mind is lost in the fog of what might be, the life you actually have quietly slips through your fingers. Ask yourself how many joyful moments have been poisoned by fears that never came true. How many opportunities have you let pass because you were too busy imagining failure? How many hours have been lost to rehearsals of misfortune that never arrived? You are not alone in this. Every human mind has felt the pull of tomorrow, yet only a few learn to resist it. The truth is simple: you cannot control the future. No plan, no forecast, no strategy guarantees what will happen. People disappoint, circumstances change, fortunes rise and fall, health shifts unexpectedly. Life moves like a river, never fully predictable, never fully tamed. To chase it, to try to command it with worry or fear, is to abandon your present power. The person who lives in the future loses the present. The person who abandons today for tomorrow's possibilities sacrifices reality for illusion. Worry about what-ifs and disasters is a theft. It steals your focus, your energy, your joy, and leaves you helpless before both what is and what will be. How do you break free from this trap? Discipline. A conscious choice to pull your mind back from distant horizons and anchor it firmly in the present. Begin by noticing when your thoughts drift to what has not yet happened. Pause. Breathe. Ask yourself, is this useful now? Can my worry change what is about to come? Most often, the answer is no. Then choose action in the moment. Do what you can today. Even small steps count. Every intentional action you take in the present strengthens your ability to face the unknown. Each deliberate choice builds confidence and resilience. You cannot predict life, but you can prepare yourself to meet it fully. Trust your preparation, not your panic. Plan with care, but do not allow it to consume your thoughts. Decisions made with clarity in the present are far more powerful than hours spent rehearsing disasters in your mind. Anxiety does not prevent failure, it prevents progress. Action prevents failure. Living for the mirage of tomorrow is also an invitation to fear. Your mind convinces you that uncertainty is dangerous, that security lies in prediction. Yet the future has never been certain for anyone. Every person who has achieved greatness faced the unknown without full knowledge, without guarantee, without promise. The difference is in courage, in focus, and in mastery of the present moment. The person who masters the present is not powerless before the future. They are powerful because they act where action matters. They do not waste energy on what is uncontrollable. They build strength, skill, and character now, knowing that these qualities are what truly prepare them for whatever comes. Each time you focus on the present, you reclaim your life. Anxiety fades. Courage grows. Clarity sharpens. You stop being a victim of imagined disasters and start being the architect of your own reality. You see opportunities, not threats. You see choices, not obstacles. You see life unfolding in real time, rather than a shadow of what might be. Consider every worry about the future as a ghost trying to steal your energy. You cannot banish it entirely, but you can refuse to hand over your strength. Each time you pull your attention back to the present, you reclaim power that was lost. Every moment spent acting, learning, building, and loving in the now makes you ready for tomorrow, whatever it brings. The paradox is clear. The less you chase control over the future, the more secure you feel. The less you obsess over what might go wrong, the stronger you become for what actually does happen. Focus on preparation through action, not through anxiety. Let uncertainty exist, but do not allow it to govern your mind. In practical terms, this means setting clear intentions for your day. Decide what matters most and commit your energy to it. Protect your time and attention. Let planning guide action, but let action take precedence over endless speculation. Learn to recognize when your mind drifts into unproductive worry and gently bring it back to what is real. This practice also requires trust. Trust that life is unfolding as it should. Trust in your own resilience, skills, and judgment. Trust that by focusing on the present and acting wisely, you are preparing yourself for what comes next. Worry cannot change the future. Your deliberate actions can. Stand in this moment fully. Notice the air you breathe, the choices before you, the opportunities waiting for your attention. This hour is all you are guaranteed. Build your life here. Build your strength here. Build your courage here. The person who lives fully in the present meets the future not with panic, but with readiness. They do not predict every challenge, they do not rehearse every disaster, yet they are prepared. Their preparation is quiet, steady, and effective because it is grounded in reality, not in imagined fear. Let the mirage of tomorrow fade. Let go of what-ifs and imaginary disasters. Return your mind to now, and your power returns with it. Life is happening in this moment, and every choice you make here determines how you will meet tomorrow. Rise each day with focus, act with intention, and anchor yourself in what is real. The future is uncertain, but your ability to meet it grows stronger with each act of presence. Worry may come. Fear may whisper. But your mind, disciplined and trained, will no longer yield to shadows. Master the present, and you master the only time you truly have. The future cannot be tamed, but you can be ready for it. The present cannot be wasted, but it can be used to build the life you desire. Anchor yourself here, now, and step confidently into every tomorrow. This is part 5, focusing on letting go of worry about the future, meeting uncertainty with calm, and mastering the present, written in Napoleon Hill inspired motivational style for an American audience. I can now create part 6, the final part, which will focus on freedom from approval, self-mastery, and claiming your true power. Do you want me to proceed with part 6 now? Engaging hook. Have you ever realized that your life has been guided more by the opinions of others than by your own choices? Imagine stepping off that invisible stage, claiming your own authority, and living free from the need for approval. Today, you will discover how to live for yourself and unlock your true power. Part 6. Beyond approval. Every morning, before your feet touch the floor, the world is already waiting for you. Its eyes are eager, its voice is ready to judge. You step into the day as if onto a stage, with invisible spotlights, invisible critics, and invisible applause. Most people never notice it, but many live their lives as performers, trying to please an audience that will never be satisfied. From childhood, approval has felt like survival. You learned to smile when you wanted to cry. You learned to stay quiet when you wanted to speak. You learned to bend and conform because acceptance seemed safer than rejection. Over time, this habit grew. You began to measure your choices, your actions, even your dreams, against the shifting standards of others. The world is quick to approve, but just as quick to criticize. Someone will always doubt you. Someone will always judge. Someone will always offer a verdict you cannot control. If your confidence and peace rely on their approval, your life becomes fragile, dependent on forces beyond your command. True freedom begins when you step off the stage. True power begins when you refuse to live for applause. Every moment you act only to please others is a moment stolen from yourself. Every compromise of your truth is a brick in the cage that keeps you small. Every glance toward approval distracts you from the path you were meant to walk. The person who lives for others' approval is a stranger in their own skin. They chase compliments and recognition as if they were oxygen. Every nod, every smile, every praise feels necessary, and every disapproval or criticism feels like disaster. Yet no amount of approval can ever satisfy fully. There is always someone who will doubt, criticize, or reject. The first step to freedom is awareness. Notice how often you look to others for guidance, for validation, for reassurance. Notice the decisions you make not because they are right for you, but because they are likely to earn approval. Recognize how much of your energy is spent pleasing, appeasing, or conforming. Awareness is the key to change. Next comes courage. Courage to act for yourself. Courage to speak your truth. Courage to honor your values even if it means standing alone. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the ability to act despite it. When you act from your own authority, fear becomes a guide, not a jailer. Self-respect begins with decisions. Decide today that your worth is not up for debate. Decide that your peace, your time, your energy belong to you. Decide that the world's applause is optional, and its criticism irrelevant to your purpose. These decisions are small but powerful. They set the stage for a life no one else can write for you. Practice this every day. When you notice yourself seeking approval, pause. Ask, does this matter to me, or only to them? When you act, ask, am I doing this because it aligns with my purpose, or because I hope someone else will approve? Every honest answer builds your foundation of independence and self-mastery. Another secret to living beyond approval is learning to sit in your own company. Many people are uncomfortable alone because they rely on others to define them. Take time to be with yourself. Reflect. Journal. Meditate. Listen to your own voice until it becomes stronger than the voices of the world. Find satisfaction in your own progress. Celebrate the small victories no one else sees. Build your life on your principles, not on applause. When you value yourself from within, external validation loses its grip. You no longer bend to the opinions of the crowd because your inner compass is precise, reliable, and unshakable. Living beyond approval also means embracing mistakes and criticism with perspective. Not everyone will understand you. Not everyone will agree with you. Not everyone will like your choices. That is their journey, not yours. You are free to pursue your path, knowing that authenticity matters more than approval. The reward is profound. When you stop performing, you begin living. When you stop bending, you begin growing. When you stop seeking applause, you start creating value. Freedom replaces fear. Confidence replaces doubt. Peace replaces the restless need to please. Imagine your life as a garden. Every time you act for yourself, you plant seeds of strength, courage, and clarity. Every time you surrender to approval, you allow weeds of doubt, distraction, and fear to grow. Tend to your garden. Protect it. Nourish it. Stand firm as the gardener of your own life. This mastery is the culmination of the lessons from all the previous parts. You have learned to release what you cannot control. You have learned to manage your emotions. You have learned to refuse the chaos of others. You have learned to let go of the past. You have learned to anchor in the present. Now you learn to live free from the chains of approval. Step into your life fully. Speak your truth. Pursue your purpose. Take action guided by your principles, not by applause. Build habits that honor you. Make decisions that reflect your values. Stand tall even when the crowd is silent, even when the world doubts, even when no one is watching. When you live this way, you discover your true power. It is not in controlling others, not in predicting outcomes, not in avoiding mistakes. Your true power is in mastery over yourself. Your power is in choosing who you listen to, what you accept, and where you invest your energy. Your power is in being whole, complete, and sovereign in your own life. You are free. Free to act. Free to speak. Free to live. Free from the tyranny of external judgment. Free from the need for approval. Free to create, to love, to achieve, and to experience life fully. Remember, the world will always have opinions. People will always judge. Circumstances will always challenge you. But none of that matters when you govern the only domain that truly belongs to you, your own mind and heart. Stand as the master of yourself, and you are invincible. Now, carry this wisdom forward. Live it, practice it, teach it. Every day is an opportunity to strengthen your independence, deepen your peace, and expand your power. Life will continue to offer storms, but you will meet them as a mountain, grounded, unwavering, and free. Your journey does not end here. It begins anew every morning, every choice, every moment. Rise with purpose. Act with courage. Live beyond approval. Claim your life, your power, and your freedom. The world can watch, but it cannot control you unless you allow it. Call to action. If this message inspired you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Comment below with the lesson that resonates most with you. And don't forget to subscribe for more motivational stories that help you master your mind, reclaim your power, and live your best life.